would you fight Jake Paul?
I'll knock Jake Paul out.
You knock him out?
I'll knock
Just
him
like
out.
you're too small for him, though.
Hey, bigger they are, the harder they fall.
No kidding aside, like, would you fight Jake Paul?
I'll fight Jake Paul.
And you think you could knock him out?
I know I can knock him out.
You know you knock out. You don't even need the money. Don't even care about the money.
No.
Not even about the money. You just want to do it, prove it.
Yes, the money gonna come anyway.
Yo, it's your boy, it's Phil Wham Bam Benamino, baby. It's another Wham Bam Wednesday, the show about ordinary people who've done extraordinary things. And as always, I keep preaching, I keep praying, and the numbers keep moving up, so we appreciate it. But subscribe, baby. Hit the button down below. Subscribe. Hit the alert button. It costs you zero. The show is free, and we're bringing you so many cool-ass guests. Today, I got Boxer. That's right. We got a boxer in the house. We got Montavious, the golden boy. No, I don't know yet. Is he the golden boy? He might be the rope-a-dope. I don't know if he's a rope-a-dope, but he might be. He could be the intimidator. I don't know, but Montavious Ware's in the house. What's up, Montavious?
How you doing? How you doing? Doing good, amazing.
We got to get you a nickname, man. We got to get you, it might be Sweetness.
Yeah.
You know?
I want something a little like a warrior type, like the Conqueror.
Yeah, I like the warrior. I like it, but I gotta be honest with you. The rope-a-dope kind of fit, man. After your last fight, watching your fight and stuff, seeing the old little Muhammad Ali kind of going, I was like, oh shit, he gave it to him. He gave him the rope-a-dope.
Yeah.
So,
I just go out there and have fun. Just
yeah.
I don't take it too. I take it serious, but when I know I got you, that's when I show my talent and show my skills.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the fight journey. So you're a boxer, professional boxer. Now you're getting paid to go out there and perform. How long you been boxing, and what led you to boxing?
I've been boxing since I was about 12 years old. You know, I started off just training myself, and then when I had the opportunity to go to the gym, that's when I took it farther. And
Any
I
brothers and sisters? Siblings?
Yeah, I'm the middle child, so I had an older brother, older sister, and
so you
a
were
younger
fighting
brother
them
and
the
little
whole
sister.
time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
you
then
guys fight a lot?
in the neighborhoods and stuff like
Okay.
that.
All right. Where'd you grow up?
In Chattanooga, Tennessee.
All right.
We moved around a lot, but like when I got in middle school and high school, we was in Udawa. So that's what school I graduated from is Udawa too.
Gotcha. Did you fight a lot in school?
Yeah, I got.
Were you a troublemaker?
I wasn't a troublemaker.
Come on, man. Were you a troublemaker?
I was more like a class clown.
Okay.
Yeah, but we was fighting in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like we would bring the gloves to school in the bathroom, and we would, on the lunch breaks, we would box in the bathroom.
You weren't afraid to tie him on. You were like, let's go.
Nah, it don't matter if you was a senior
you're not
or
a big
junior.
guy, though. What about some big guys? Were you a big kid? I mean, what was your size growing up?
I've always been the smallest.
Yeah?
The smallest, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but my brother is real big. He like 6 foot and like about 300 pounds. So I grew up getting beat up by him. So that would make me tough.
There you go. Well, you know what I say? Dynamite's really small. But
Yeah.
It makes a big boom, baby.
Right.
You know? So that's cool. So, you know, fighting in school and everything, did you ever get in trouble with any fighting?
Yeah. I got in trouble a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. What was your biggest trouble? What's the biggest trouble you got in?
It wasn't really just fighting, but just more being a class clown, just talking and stuff like that. Just trying to make people laugh in class.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, being 12 years old and fighting all the time, were you actually watching boxing? Like, because boxing's a sport, obviously, and it's a very a limited, skill sport. Not everybody can do it.
Right.
Everybody wants to fight, but street fighting's a lot different than actually boxing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So boxing's a lot more technical.
Right.
When did you realize that, hey, boxing, I enjoyed boxing, that's what you want to do?
When I first heard about boxing, found out I can do something, turn something negative into something positive, and not get in trouble for fighting. And when I went to the gym, I just fell in love with it. Fell in love with learning the technique and the skill of it. Yeah. And I stopped fighting in the streets and put more time in the gym.
Gotcha. Who were some of your idols?
Roy Jones, Sweet Pea, Pernell Whitaker, Floyd Mayweather, and Mike Tyson.
All the little guys.
Yeah.
Except for Mike. Yeah. Mike.
Yeah, that's why I'm so good, because a lot of people, like even heavier guys, they try to watch the smaller guys, and they can't really simulate it because they bigger, so they can't be as fast and slick. So like I try to watch the guys that's in my weight, so I can simulate some of the things.
Yeah. Now I know this recently. You just had a fight not too long ago. It was lightweight, right? What was the weight class? You're 135.
So MMA weight class is different from boxing. So I don't know the exact weight class for the MMA, but it was like 151.
Now, when you say MMA, people think immediately UFC. They think fighters and stuff in the cage, but that's not really what it was. It was actually called dirty boxing.
Right.
Explain to me what dirty boxing is, a little bit about the sport, because I wasn't quite sure as well. But when I watched it, I see you boxing, but then all of a sudden I seen an elbow, boom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a second, can you do that?
Yeah.
Like, what are some of the rules? Explain that to us.
All right, so the rules is so you can punch, obviously, elbows, and you can't, no kicks and no holding. You can clinch, but if you clinch, you got to punch. you can't just hold in a clinch or they'll take points away.
Gotcha.
And also, like, if I hit my opponent and he falls, I got 5 seconds to do ground and pound. So that's
why.
Yeah.
So when they're down on the ground, you can just boom, you go at them.
Yeah, that's my favorite
It's not
part.
like a knockout where they give them a count in boxing.
Yeah, that's my favorite part when you fall and I just know it's over with. I can just beat you on the ground.
Yeah, you're beating up a wounded warrior right there.
right. And hey, in a street fight,
that's right. In a street fight, you're gonna get some.
Yeah, they ain't gonna just stop and let you up and fight. So,
but you can't knee, you can't kick.
No kicks,
and there's no submissions.
No submissions, no.
So it's straight boom. You got gloves on, so you got to worry about eye pokes.
Yeah.
What do you think about that eye poke with Tom Aspinall?
He could have kept fighting.
Yeah, what's up with that, right?
I think he was scared.
Well, speaking of eye poke, you actually have an eye situation.
Yeah.
Tell the viewers a little bit about your, you were told you weren't even supposed to box anymore, right?
Yeah, right.
What exactly happened with that?
So in 2020, when I was turning pro, we had to get an eye exam and we had to do a lot of physicals. And when I went to the eye exam, they seen that I had weak spots in my retina. So I had to get my eye lasered. I forgot the name of the procedure, but I had to get it lasered. And they told me, like, let it heal sometimes, and then I can come back and they'll sign off for the paperwork so I can turn pro. And when I did it, I think I was out for about 3 months, and I came back, and they said they talked to their colleagues, and they said they don't want to take the risk of letting me fight because I can go blind.
What was that like?
It broke my heart because I feel like God gave me a gift, and then he just took it away. So I went to a boxing match like a couple months later, and then I seen the guys, and I was like, I can beat these guys. And then I just said, God, if you just give me the ability to fight again, I'll put my all into it. And then I just kept praying, stayed training. And then I went to another eye doctor, and they didn't know exactly what was going on. So they said, all right, they looked at my eye. They was like, all right, I see that you got some procedure done. And then they asked me about it, and I was like, oh, it's all right, good. And they signed off for me.
They signed off. Hold on.
Yeah.
Did you have to give them an envelope of some sort?
Nah.
Was none of that going on?
So I went to the mall because I know they don't got. So I got my eye done by a retina specialist, and I went to a mall and they just do regular like glasses and stuff like that. So I know they don't got the same technology.
Right.
And then, but after I signed my paperwork and turned pro, I went back to my eye specialist and I showed her and I told her and I showed her my fight, and she said, well, everything's still looking good, and I just gotta go to her like every 3 months and let her check my eyes. But she's very proud of me too.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I always say, through God, anything's possible. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Faith is always the thing, But
Right.
if you got him on your side, then, all's good, right?
Right.
But the reality is, are you a little nervous about the fact that, people know that is it your right eye, left eye? Which one is it?
I can't tell them.
Oh, you're going to tell them that one. See, I was trying to help some of the viewers, and you wanted to challenge him out there. You know what I'm saying? He's got one of them eyes you can't see. He's fighting a half-blind man.
I can see now. I can see. They can't see my punches though. Apparently,
they can't see your punches at all, for sure, for sure. So, obviously the last fight that you had,
right.
An impressive knockout.
Thank you.
You gave him the rope-a-dope. We're gonna flash this up there so the viewers can see and everything going on. What made you, decide that you were gonna wind up and do a little show, a little entertainment for the guys? I mean, did you know this kid you were gonna whoop him out like that?
No, I didn't. I was like, cause I was just nervous because like I never done dirty boxing and then all the other stuff. But I was very confident because I know I train MMA and I train hard for a moment like this my whole life.
Yeah.
And to get the opportunity, I knew I had to give it my all. So I just went in there and be me. And then I just was feeling myself, and then something just in me and made me do it. And it caught him.
So is that the real Montavious? That's how you roll?
Yeah, my family and friends know how I am, and my friends that see me spar, they know I just got like that personality. Like the way I fight is like my personality. So
yeah.
I like having fun.
Some people call it cocky. Oh, he's cocky.
Yeah.
I think it's confidence, man.
Right.
I saw the confidence come out of you, and put a smile on my face. You got to put I don't think you put a smile on your opponent's face at all. But talk a little bit about that though, because in dirty boxing, like I said, it's different. It's a new thing.
Right.
Who came up with this? And I noticed there was John Jones was there. There was a lot of big time people. Dana White's getting into boxing now and all that. Like, was this a show? People are coming there looking for talent?
I guess so, but I just love the production and everything that they did, and just giving people an opportunity to show their talent, and that's what it did for me. And either way it go, like if I want to do MMA or boxing, it's still giving me people that see my talent from dirty boxing. I want to be in dirty boxing for a while, but after dirty boxing, it would give people, because in boxing it would be hard for me to get that shine because it's hard to make it in boxing because so many fighters and that just.
What do you mean it's hard? Jake Paul made it, right?
Yeah, but
I
he had
mean,
he got a big Instagram following and YouTube following to do it.
so that's all you gotta do. You just gotta get a big following. Hey, follow him, okay? Just get a big following, and then it can happen, right?
And then I'm fight Jake Paul.
There you go. Fight Jake. Would you fight Jake Paul?
I'll knock Jake Paul out.
You knock him out?
I'll knock
Just
him
like
out.
you're too small for him, though.
Hey,
He
the bigger they are, the harder they fall. So
seriously though. Now, no kidding aside. Like, would you fight Jake Paul?
I'll fight Jake Paul.
And you think you could knock him out?
I know I can knock him
You
out.
know you knock out. You
Yeah.
don't even need the money. Don't even care about the money.
No.
Not even about the money. You just want to do it, prove it.
Yes, the money gonna come anyway.
That's right. That's right. That's true. True that. What do you think about him as a boxer though? He really has turned into a legitimate boxer.
Yeah, I respect what he do because he trained hard and he's dedicating his life to boxing. So I
Yeah.
can't say nothing bad about him. But he don't got the skills of he can't be no top competitor, especially at his weight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't think so?
I know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm starting to become a believer. I'm not going to lie because, the way I see it, he's very successful. He's done super well. He's got plenty of money. He's done a great job, entertaining the crowd. He draws crowds,
Yeah.
right? He brings in the money. He knows, as far as the publicity goes, he's got all that down. But in the ring, he actually works hard. Like, he doesn't have to get up and, get up in the morning and go running and go
Yeah.
through. Like, he's got plenty of money. He's good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But he does it because he has the love of actually the sport. So I got to
Right.
give him a lot of credit and a lot of respect. And to me, somebody like that's kind of dangerous.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I mean at the top, all of them work hard. It's about the talent and the skills and how long they've been doing it. And he haven't been in it long enough to beat any of them guys at the top. He don't got the skills to do that.
Yeah.
He probably can beat a regular Joe, but he ain't gonna beat nobody at the top.
What's an average day for a boxer like? Like as far as training, what is your training days like when you're in camp?
So me, like, I get up around, like, sometimes my body wake me up naturally at, like, 4 in the morning. So I get up at 4 in the morning. On some days I get up at 6, and I do 3 miles or 5 miles. And then in the evening, I either do, like, a boxing workout or a strength workout. And I normally train, like, 3 times a day. So I do running, boxing, and strength.
Yeah.
And sometimes it be different times, majority of the time, because I also do personal training. So I got to make time for my clients.
Yeah.
But I
Gotta
make
keep that job. Gotta keep that money rolling.
Right.
We gotta get some sponsors, man. Where's the
Yeah.
sponsorships?
So after that fight, another reason why I did that fight because it would open the doors for sponsors and opportunity and to shine light on my talent. And after that fight, it was hard for me getting sponsors because nobody really knew who I was.
Sure.
But after that fight around Chattanooga, Tennessee, like people seeing me fight and they want to be a part of my journey.
That's
So
great.
I gained about 3 sponsors. PKP, and Hemp House, and also a wellness and recovery place.
Yeah. Nice.
So yeah,
That's great. That's good. That's a good start, right?
yeah,
It's funny because recovery, you talk about recovery and stuff, is super important. How important is it, training 3 times a day?
yeah.
Recovery is a big place. Do you do the whole cold plunging? Do you do the red light? Do you do those things or what?
Nah, I'm a little weak. I gotta.
You're weak.
Yeah, I gotta build up to that. 'Cause
Oh, man, we
I
gotta
don't like
get
the
you in the cold
cold.
plunge. We
I
gotta
don't
get
like
you
the
in the cold
cold. You see, I got a big jacket. It's
Yeah.
cold outside.
All the more reason why we gotta dump your ass in. We gotta put you in the wham bam freaking tank. We gotta put him in the wham bam cold plunge, man. And we gotta get him in there. 38 degrees, you know what I
Man,
mean?
I
Shoot, we'll
don't
put it
know.
at 44. You get in there and stuff. But honestly, God, you got to have a cold plunge. You can't feel, you're not in a bad mood.
Yeah.
You can't be in a bad mood, but it definitely helps the body,
Yeah.
heal and everything.
Yeah, I know it's beneficial, but
Yeah.
I gotta get used to it. You know?
It's a mental game, man. You're a boxer. Come
Yeah.
on. You fight way harder people and worse than that. Have you ever got popped pretty good, though? Boxing, sparring, or anything?
Yeah, but I never let it show. Like if I get cracked, I'm not gonna let it show. I'm not gonna let my sparring partner or my opponent know I'm hurt.
Yeah.
So I kind of just put on that face.
Now, are you one of those guys that actually get hurt, or are you one of those guys that kind of wake up?
Nah, I don't
Because
really.
I know some people, like the John Jones, man, he needs to get punched. Like,
Yeah.
he likes to once he gets punched, he's like, okay, now I'm woke up.
No.
Now I realize, okay, I'm here. This ain't fun no more. Like, okay.
Yeah, when I
you gotta
step in
fight.
that ring, I'm already woke. So when you hit me, it made me more angry. It made
Yeah.
me more aggressive. So I wouldn't say I like getting hit, but I like being wanting to hurt you. I like feeling like I want to kill you now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh. But see, you seem so nice, man. You always
Yeah.
got a beautiful smile. You're always happy, and at the end of the day, boy, you're a dog in the ring, though,
Yeah.
aren't you?
Yeah.
What about this MMA stuff? So tell me a little about journey of that. Like, so you doing MMA too? Have you done any UFC fights or any MMA fights?
No, I haven't did any fights yet, but when COVID happened, all the boxing gyms were shut down. And I just wanted to stay active, wanted to stay training. So the only gym, it's funny because like on Google, they said it was open. And you know, no gym's supposed to be open because of the pandemic.
Right.
And so when I walked in there, they was like, "How you know we open?" And then I looked on Google, and they was like, "Oh man, we got to change that." He's like, "Well, just come in, don't tell nobody we open though." And so since 2020, I was training there for about like 6 months, and then like I just missed Boston. That's when everything opened up, and then I started going to the boxing gym in Cleveland. Then every now and then I go back to the MMA and then boxing. And so yeah.
What do you like better?
My first passion, first love, you know, boxing. I love it more than a woman.
Yeah?
Yeah.
More than a woman.
Yeah.
So that's it, man. You're all in.
Yeah.
What do you love about it so much?
Just being able to hurt somebody and doing something positive.
Yeah, but in the same breath, somebody can hurt you too.
Yeah.
Especially when you got a little eye, issue.
They can't hit me,
You know?
I'm too slick.
They got to catch you first. They got to catch you first. You are pretty fast. I'm gonna give you some props, man.
Thank
because,
you.
You're moving pretty good. You look really good. You were totally in shape, man.
Yeah.
You're ripped up and everything else. Have you always been ripped like that?
Sometimes, I like to eat, but, majority of the time I try to stay looking good.
What's the diet like when you're training?
I don't diet too well. I just mostly do calorie deficit. So when it's time to fight, I try to eat more clean. But sometimes I still, go out to Jack's and give me a little 3-piece chicken finger.
You know what? I got a friend in the UFC. I think you know him too. Torres Finney. Okay? Yeah, he's a chicken fool eating too, boy. He loves his fried chicken. I don't care. The night before his match, he will go eat fried chicken.
Yeah. But I do try to clean it up a little bit when I got to cut weight. But this last fight, I ain't have to really cut that much weight. I just did calorie deficit. I really ate whatever I want, but just in a calorie deficit.
Yeah.
And I got the weight. I was actually underweight. So, because I trained so hard for the fight, I stayed active. I stayed in the gym.
Yeah. So since a fight now that you've won, how many professional fights have you had now?
5.
So 5. You're 5-0?
Yeah, 5 knockouts.
5 knockouts.
Yeah.
Boom, just like that.
Yeah.
You never even got hurt. You never went down. Nobody even got touched you.
No, only one guy survived the first round.
One guy survived.
Yeah, I want a rematch to try to get him out there in the first.
Who was it?
I forgot his name, and it don't matter,
You knocked him out in the second round. You want a shot at the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Dana White? Obviously, we talk about him getting involved in boxing and everything, putting out in boxing. You know how they have like the Ultimate Fighter? They have different fighting things. They did it with jiu-jitsu too.
Yeah.
They had the Brazilian jiu-jitsu, the BJJ. Do you think they'll do something with boxing with young boxers like yourself, where put you all in a house, and is that something that you think would be cool for you and you would be willing to do?
Yeah, well, I heard that Dana White has opened up the contender series for boxing. So,
okay.
And that was another reason why we talked about doing this, because it would give me eyes. Cause I know some UFC guys was there too that run the UFC. So I know that'll give me eyes in that. So in either direction I want to go, is if it's MMA or boxing, Dirty Boxing will give me a chance to show my talent. But for right now, I want to do Dirty Boxing for a while and be champion. Yeah. And show out and get a crowd a good show.
Who is the champion right now at your weight class?
They know it's no champion now.
So
but
how do you get to be one? It's brand new, right? Just started. Yeah. So you got to have so many fights before they can actually declare a champ. How does that work?
Yeah, so I just signed.
I know there's rankings.
Yeah, so I just signed a 4-fight contract with them.
Okay.
And
they pay you?
Yeah.
What kind of money is that?
Yeah. Since it's so new right now, they pay decent, and also it's more about
what is it like though? Like how much? Like 10 grand a fight, 40 win?
Nah, not none. Maybe in the next contract it'd be like that, but this contract wasn't, But I only care more about the opportunity that it's giving me, because the money gonna come, and I know with my talent I can go very far, so I'm not really worrying about the money, but yeah.
Well, people need to know, because they don't realize. They think that everybody's getting paid these big bags.
Yeah.
They don't realize the struggle, what it takes.
Yeah. You got to
Because even when you win a fight, it's not a big purse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the amount of money and the effort that you put into training, you got trainers. I know you worked out Scrapyard.
Yeah.
Okay, one of your trainers, and I don't know, Matt was on our pod back before.
Matt Harris.
Great guy. Yeah, great guy.
I love Matt.
Great facility and stuff. But, things aren't free. Things aren't, and a lot of people donate their time to help, which is great. But you still got to pay. Like, you got to pay to eat. You got to pay people to help you and to train you. And like you said, you still got to keep a job, and take care of your clients, so you can have income coming in to keep a roof over your head.
Right.
You know, I think people need to understand the sacrifice, you know, because they just think, oh, shoot, he just won, man. He's probably making $100,000 or something
Nah.
with that fight. You know, it's like, man,
Nah.
you make $5,000-$6,000 pretty good, right?
That's the importance of getting sponsors because they help out. And like all my pro boxing fights, I ain't get no money. I ain't get paid at all. So the money I did get was through ticket sales.
Right.
Sponsors helped me just through training camp.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's important to get sponsors. So if anybody out there, you know, help a brother out.
Look, what would be the ideal, you know, sponsor for you? Like, what would sponsor get back?
Yeah. So if someone sponsors me, they'll get back. So Dirty Boxing is since it's so new.
That's what I'm saying. What are the rules with that? Because like in the past, like you could actually wear different logos, different things. Do they let you do that in Dirty Boxing? I know, like UFC, you can't.
Yeah. So at first I didn't know until like I did a talk with them over the phone. They saying that my next fight, they'll send me the shirt so I can get my sponsors on back of it. So now I'll be able to have sponsors on my shirt when I walk out to the ring.
Gotcha.
And also social media.
What about your clothes that you're wearing?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like your shorts and stuff. Are you able to, you know, have you got some of those cool ass boxing, you know, maybe I put some Italian colors on you, man. We do a little Wham Bam sponsor there.
So Dirty Boxing, you know, we can't wear our own shorts. We got to wear they stuff. Because they kind of like the UFC. Everything they do is basically like what the UFC do. So we wear their clothes, all the media stuff.
Okay.
And everything
so
like that.
Media kit package.
Yeah, so they very strict. So, but I'm glad they
And they need to pay you. They need to pay you. You're advertising for them, right?
Yeah. But I know it's like a scale, so I'm ready to enjoy the process.
Sure. Let's talk about injury because unfortunately, you know, in a combat sport, it does happen, right? You know, what about happens in injury? You get hurt, something like that. Are they taking care of that? They paying for that?
Yeah, so they got insurance for the company. I also like hurt my hand before the fight too.
Yeah.
So I went in there, but I had so much adrenaline, like I didn't even feel it. I just threw it, just was cracking with it. Yeah. But after the fight, it hurted very badly. Yeah. I had a bruised knuckle, so it's still swollen a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
But it's part of the game. I didn't want to pull out because it was a big opportunity, so I had to just pray and just fight.
Mm-hmm. But they take care of that medical and all that?
Yes. They take care of if you get hurt in the fight. So I had to get hurt in the fight before the medicals and stuff would work.
Right. Gotcha. What about this bare knuckle fighting? Yeah. You know, with Conor McGregor's whole, you know, his whole thing that he's got going on. How do you feel about that? Is that something you get into? Like, would you bare knuckle fight?
They gotta pay me. They gotta pay me good. You know. Actually, Mike Perry, one of the owners of Dirty Boxing, is the champion in bare knuckle. So
depends who you ask. Yeah. He says he's a champion. Conor says he's the champion, even though he ain't fought him yet.
I'm going Mike Perry, you know. I'm going Mike Perry.
There's a lot of controversy between those two, right?
I love Conor McGregor, but you know, I guess Mike Perry my boss, so I gotta go with Mike Perry.
There you go. That's a good reason.
Hi, I'm Phil Benamino, CEO and founder of Cost Plus Processing, the company that provides financial services to your business. We provide things such as POS systems, ATM machines, and check services. One of the biggest things that we strive ourselves here at Cost Plus Processing is our customer service. We are an A+ rated with the BBB with customer service, and we're proud to say we're here in the United States with all of our customer service agents. Our objective is to actually teach you and educate you about the costs that you're currently paying and show you ways where you can eliminate those costs that you no longer have to pay. One of the biggest programs that are out there today is our dual pricing program, where you actually can offer your customers now a choice of how they want to pay. Do they want to pay with cash or do they want to pay with card? And if they pay with card, it actually helps you to absorb the card fees, so you no longer have to pay the fees like you've done for many, many years. Cost Plus Processing aligns ourselves with some of the top POS companies out there in the industry today. For example, we have perfected the car dealership industry, and our dedicated team are equipped to manage a variety of online payment forms and financing options that merchants require in this advanced ecosystem of payments. If you have a restaurant, we are proud to be able to manage the ongoing difficulties that arise from this fast-paced industry, and you're looking for pay at the table, where customers can easily swipe their cards, tap their cards, and make their payments with tip, and also have a choice of how they want to pay, we have the solutions for you here at Cost Plus. We want to help other small business owners make their dreams come true by providing the best financial support. From barbershops to liquor stores, having the ability to take payments, schedule online, and make calculating tip sharing an easy task only helps business owners put more attention and money into what really matters the most. Also, Cost Plus Processing is on the front end of AI. We can also provide you kiosks for your business, so customers can walk over to the kiosk and order anything that they want. Likewise, if you're having problem getting employees in the kitchen to work, we can also provide you robots that will actually deliver your food straight to the customer. I want to thank you for the time that you took to learn a little bit about Cost Plus Processing, and most importantly, why we are the future of merchant processing.
So Mike Perry actually started this Dirty Boxing?
Mike Perry and John Jones, I think they just the face of it, you know.
Right.
I don't know too much about the organization. I'm just there to fight.
Right. You're just like, bring me in,
Yeah,
give me a job.
give me who they want me to fight, and
Next
I'm gonna
one.
beat them.
When's the next fight for Dirty Boxing?
I know they doing it in January, and they might be back in Nashville. We don't know yet. I don't know yet, but hopefully my hand heal up by next month, and I'll be able to fight on the January card.
Yeah. How do they go about as far as picking fights? Like, how did they find you? Like, did you have to submit something to them? Like,
yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the process.
So actually, one of the managers been watching me about 2 years ago because he loved my boxing style and he wanted to manage me. So and then Finney was a guest for the Dirty Boxing. They brought in Finney to be a guest, and they asked him like if he knew anybody around the area because it's gonna be in Nashville, Tennessee,
Sure.
and Chattanooga's right down the street from from Nashville. So he told him about me, and it just all clicked together. So.
Oh. So you gotta work some funny ways.
Yeah, they didn't know what I was bringing, but because they seen I kept smiling and stuff.
Yeah.
So I just told them like, just wait till
nice.
just wait till the
pictures
fight.
Of you being all soft and stuff. You know, eating that chicken, having a good old time with cornbread.
Hey.
You know. They didn't realize when you pulled the shirt off and saw those 12-pack.
Yeah.
They're like, oh shoot, this is a
But
different guy.
I ain't blowing up no more. I'm staying ready, staying in shape. Because I know, like, it's just going to get harder and harder, the opponents they give me, and I'm going to keep making them look easy.
Yeah, that's cool. How about your training partners? Because
Yeah.
the one thing that I can honestly say is that you're only as good as your partner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to train with some really good people
Yeah.
to elevate.
Right.
You know, you can have the greatest coach in the world, but you still have to train against somebody
Right.
that's got skills that can mimic somebody that you're going to actually fight in a fight, right?
Right.
You know, so where do you go after those people? Because a lot of times they're your competition too.
Yeah.
You know, how do you make that work?
So for since it was Dirty Boxing, I did a lot of training and sparring and scrapyard with the MMA guys, and then I did a lot of boxing, traveling around Nashville and Knoxville, and I do a lot of traveling for sparring because we don't got a big fighting community in Chattanooga, so I have to do a lot of traveling and get the different looks.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
But that's smart. Like, so you're getting out of the comfort zone, finding areas with different fighters, different people.
Right.
I mean, and that's what you got to do. But again, that costs money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a sacrifice.
Sponsors.
That's right. There you go. That's a sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? That people don't realize that you got to do that. How old are you now?
I'm turning 24 Wednesday.
24 Wednesday.
Yeah.
Got a birthday boy in the house.
Yes,
Shoot,
sir.
You already beat 24 when this pops out, probably. But so I'll say happy birthday then.
Thank you.
So you got a lot ahead of you. Where is your weakness? What would you say the weakest part of your whole game is that you got to work on the most?
My weakness, I wouldn't think I got any weakness. I had to ask my coach about my weakness because we try to perfect everything. So we try to go every fight. We want to be sharper. So every fight we can see our weakness and we're gonna perfect it in the gym. So our next fight it's gonna be way better.
Yeah. So you're saying you got no weakness?
I mean, food. That's all.
Food. There we go. Food's a weakness. So if you're an opponent, bring a bag of chocolate chip cookies in the ring. And start throwing them at them.
It might be gone before we get in the ring.
Well, that's funny. What about your camp? Do you have anybody close that you're boxing with that follows you around that you guys that's also boxing and Dirty Boxing?
So I had a teammate that was fought in the Dirty Boxing too. But I normally do my training in different gyms. I like traveling because I got 3 gyms that I go to. And I also got, like, my brother Greg. You know, I do a lot of running and training with him, too. He's a boxer, a pro boxer. He's 1-0 right now. So we're trying to get him on the next Dirty Boxing card, and it's gonna be exciting when they see him.
This your older brother?
Huh?
This your older brother?
Yeah, well, he's not my biological brother, but,
okay, gotcha.
yeah, I look up to him.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. So that's cool.
Yeah, he got power. He's just like me, but in a bigger form.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is he as quick as you, though?
No, I don't think nobody's quicker than me.
No?
No?
Quickness. That's what it's all about. Listen, boxing, you got to have skill. And, people don't realize, you get you're fortunate because you've been knocking everybody out.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you don't knock somebody out, you score points.
Right.
You know, with dirty boxing, where does the scoring go on? How does it work? Like, what do you get points for?
Being more aggressive and landing the most effective shots. But you know, I don't come out there to box. When I fight, I look at it as like a war, and I ain't looking at it for like a point system. I'm looking to take you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about the elbows.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a couple of those things fly. What is that like when you're boxing? Do you ever get confused wondering, okay, can I do this or can't I do it? Like, obviously in dirty boxing, you're able to, but
Yeah.
in regular boxing, you can't.
Right.
So if you're a regular boxer and you're used to not doing that, you got to kind of remind yourself in the middle of a fight, or you listen to your corner when it's like, you know, elbow, like, or is that just a natural thing for you now?
I feel like it's just a natural thing for me, especially doing boxing and MMA. I know when to do something, when not to do something, and know when it's a dangerous situation to throw a punch and when not. Because I've been doing it for so long, so it's just natural to me now.
Yeah. Who's the next opponent you want to fight?
I mean, whoever they give me, I'm just ready for whoever. Because I'm staying training, I'm staying in shape, I'm staying dedicated to my craft. I'm just ready for whichever opportunity come.
Yeah. What about if MMA?
Yeah.
You had an opportunity with that. How do you think you would do rolling, you know, which is a lot different than boxing?
Yeah. I think I do good, you know. Like I said, I go to Scrapyard MMA. We got some great guys there. Matt is one of the best jiu-jitsu coaches ever. You know, we got Finney, one of the best wrestlers in the UFC. So
What's your belt level?
My belt level?
Yeah.
I don't got a belt yet.
You
But
ain't
I've been
got a belt
training.
yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been training though, for sure.
So you don't have a white belt, purple belt, nothing?
Nah.
No.
Only belt I got is when I give it to them in the ring.
I got a black belt. See it right there? It's a black belt. What do you see your future being? Like, what does Montavious want to be? 5 years from now, where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
I see myself just aspiring people with my story and just my ability and my fighting ability. Just being the best I can be, having a better relationship with God, and just still doing what I'm doing now, but in the bigger stages.
Yeah. What were some of the hardest times that you went through in your first 24 years of life? You're so young.
I mean, when I
Just getting
turned
started.
18, so my daddy got a rule when we turn 18 that we got to be out the house by 18.
That's a rule?
Yeah, so when
I was like, boom, go fly.
yeah, because he don't want us to always have to depend on somebody. He wanted us to learn how to depend on ourselves and build ourselves up, which, I mean, I like that, but sometimes you need a little help before you get put out.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a rough time because I moved to Cincinnati, did some training in Cincinnati. I got homesick. I came back home, was at my granny house, sleeping on my granny couches, and just trying to find myself because, you know, I was 18, so I had to make money. So just jump from job to job, trying to just find myself in life while I'm trying to pursue boxing, and it was just real hard. And then I just started meeting good people like Finney, Coach Matt, and they've been helping me get better.
Yeah. What is it like, though? You know, you got your family. Are they for you boxing, or would they rather you don't box?
So when I was a kid, like they really wasn't as supportive. They didn't go to none of my fights. But like towards the end of my career, when they started seeing like I've been getting so much support and how good I am, they started to come to my fights. So it was a little hard because I wish I had that support when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really like, you know, it don't really matter now. Now they're very supportive, which I love. Because now they see them, especially my granny. I'm just happy I got my granny happy. Because after my fight, like, I went to go see her. And, like, she was just so proud of me. Because, like, there's so many people in our family that's, like, doing drugs or on drugs or just, you know, going down the road path. And I'm, like, one of the ones that's really changing.
Well, you know what? You have a choice, right? With
Yeah.
the fork in the road, you have that choice where you choose to go the easy route and do all the bad things.
Yeah.
Or you take the rough road and you challenge yourself to be a better person and to be that person that can change the pattern of the family.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're that person that's trying to change the pattern of the family.
Yeah.
And not everybody has that inside, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, kudos to you, number one, but also, you know, to be able to recognize that. Hopefully they're not like, oh, now he's a winner, so he's going to make all this money, so now I love him, you know, and everything. He's my guy, you know, type of thing. You got to be careful of that, too, because there's a lot of that out there in the world as well. So just stay real, okay? Because, you know, you're young, and obviously success is going to come to you because it's already coming to you.
Right.
But I can only imagine it's going to continue to get better and it's going to grow. And you got to be careful because there's a lot of fake people out there. Don't you agree?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, these relationships that are, you know, making, you want to make sure that they're real and they're real all times. So just keep that, especially with the women.
Yeah.
So they become and they look
Hey,
at,
I'm
you're the next Floyd, you're the next Floyd Mayweather, you know.
Yeah.
Tell me, let's just think about that for a second. If you turned out to be that next Floyd Mayweather, that guy, do you see yourself like that one day? Do you see yourself being the undisputed champion of the world?
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah,
having
definitely.
that belt wrapped around you, being undisputed and undeniable and
Yeah.
wealthy.
That's the goal, but the first step is taking over dirty boxing, and then whichever opportunity comes first, if that's MMA or if that's boxing, I'll take it. Because I'm a fighter at the end of the day, Ain't no style I can't learn. Ain't
That's
no
right.
skill I can't learn.
What's your dream, though?
My dream is to be a champion in boxing, at least get one of those green belts. I just want one green belt, one WBO, WBC, one of those belts.
There you go. You know the difference between a dream and a goal?
Mm-hmm.
Dream is something that we want, but a goal is something we actually work for.
Right.
And you got to be able to have goals first in order to get to the dream.
Right.
So it's good that you got your eyes on goals and realize, hey, these are my goals first, because
Right.
by reaching my goals, it's going to be one step closer to my dreams.
Right.
But not everybody does that. Everybody has a dream, but they don't work towards nothing.
Right.
They just, they want this, want that, but they just expect it to come to them. But in the reality is, most of the time, there's sacrifices that go along the way. It's
Right.
not just handed, to people. And that's something that, the world needs more of. They need more good stories like this. Somebody that struggled through some things and have a little bit of success, and it opens up some doors and opens up some light, and you got some opportunities because of it.
Right.
But it's still not easy. It's still going to be hard. You know what I'm saying? Because you still got to get up tomorrow and train. You still got to be ready. You still got to keep in shape. You still got to be careful what you eat. Because if you're not, the next guy is.
Right.
Right? And, if not, you're going to be a victim. You're going to be that guy that somebody's rope-a-doping you. And I don't think you want that.
Nah.
I don't think you want that. How's your chin, though, man? Let's be honest. How's your chin?
I got a chin. I'm
Yeah?
a chin of stone.
Chin of stone. He's like, hit that
Yeah,
stuff.
I spar heavyweights. I spar them all.
Yeah?
I rarely spar people my size, so
You're always with somebody bigger.
yeah.
Yeah. How's it feel, man? Who's the biggest person you ever sparred with? Who's somebody you sparred with? You're like, wow, I shouldn't have done that. Or I'm glad I did that, but damn.
I never had that feeling because, like, as I said, like, I grew up fighting my uncles, my cousin, my brother. So, like, and I love sparring and fighting bigger people because it made me just feel like, because some of the guys can't hang with me that's my size because I hit too hard. So sparring people bigger, they got a better chin than smaller guys, and it just feel like a war. So I like the competition. It's more competition sparring somebody bigger.
Yeah.
And then seeing them fall is a better feeling.
Right. Who's the most famous person you stepped in a ring with?
I say
Even sparring with?
Rashi Warren and Brian Norman.
Mhm.
He just won a belt for WBO, I believe. He fighting Devin Haney coming up in November, late this month.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and they fighting for the belt. Well, he already got the belt. Devin Haney is fighting him for the belt.
Can you take him?
Huh?
Can you take him?
Hey, when I get back in boxing, we gonna see.
You're not afraid. You're not gonna back down.
Nah, I love competition. He's a great fighter.
What's it like the night before? The night before a fight, like, you're getting ready. You got the fight tomorrow. Are you nervous or you relaxed? What kind of guy are you?
I mean, it be both, just both. But when it's fight day and when I'm in the dressing room, that's when it all click in, and then I'm just ready. I'm focused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never nervous?
Of course, I'm nervous before I get in the dressing room. But in the dressing room, when I'm getting ready and I'm hitting the pads, it just calms. Everything just calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always wondered that because you see everybody warming up, right? They're hitting the pads, they're sweating and everything. Sometimes you feel like you're hitting it too much, like you don't want to wear yourself out. Like, what is that like? Or is that just pretty much for show?
I like doing the pads and stuff in the warm because you don't want to go in a fight, not warm. You want to be warmed up, with your body be loose. So I like hitting the pads. Sometimes they gotta tell me to stop hitting the pads because I be just so pumped and ready to fight. Because I love fighting. It's like a passion. It's like I just love it.
You're one of the guys that get better as the rounds get longer, although you haven't had to face too many of them. How do you feel about that? Could you go the distance?
Yeah, I can go just for sure. I got a gas tank now.
Yeah.
But in Dirty Boston, we just got 3 and 5 rounds, so I'm good with that too.
Right.
So that's easy. I can just push gas the whole fight. And my fight pace is so fast. Like most people don't spar like that or fight like that. So when they get in there with me, they end up gassing out because I train to have a fast pace.
Right. You're all on them and everything.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the hands,
Mhm.
okay? Because I see a lot of boxers, they drop the hands.
Yeah.
Do you drop your hands a lot? Do you feel like when you do, why is that? Is it showy? Is it just
I feel like it's just
because to me it's like you better put your hands up. You just might get caught. You are in a fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And anybody can come with that overhand right, and you never know. You know what I'm saying? If it connects, you just let yourself open. You know?
I just feel like when you drop your hands, it's like you relax. But I drop my hands sometimes, but I know when the right time to do it and when not the right time to do it. And sometimes I drop the hands just so they can think it's an opening, and when they try to shoot, I counter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta ask this because I've always wondered. When you go in between rounds, you know you're tired, but you're getting in the corner. Do you hear them? Do you hear them talk? Can you hear your coaches? Can you hear your corner? or are they just out because you're in a fight?
I mean,
Like realistically, be honest.
yeah. So
How much do you hear?
So in a fight, like I said, I only went past the first round. I only went past the first round one time, but in the first round, like my fights be so exciting that like the crowds be going crazy, so I can't hear none of my cornermen or anything.
Right.
So I just go in flow state and I just tunnel vision and just fight because I see everything. I've been doing it for so long, so I see every little small things and every detail. So I just go out there and just do me and just flow.
What's the first thing you look for?
I look for the body.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to really block a body shot. You can't move your body like that. You only can move your head. So I look for the body and I look at what they react to, and I like setting stuff up.
Yeah. But you're one that goes out there and attacks. You're not one to actually kind of try to figure you out first. Like John Jones, he used to always and he mastered this. Like he go out the first round and he's just kind of sizing you up.
Yeah.
He's he's figuring out where you're gonna be, where you're at. He's trying to figure out what you're gonna do, and then the next round he's just got to counter to everything you're gonna try. So he's just got to figure it out by then.
So that's what I watch film for.
Yeah.
So if the fight go longer than I expect, then I know what's the small details that they're gonna do. So like the first round, I just do me, and whichever way that they react to that, that's which way I go through the rest of the fight. So if I go out there and do what I did my last fight, I know it's nothing he can do that he normally do that can affect me. So I just continue pressing the gas. Now if I go out there and the guy is very defensive and I can't get him out of there, that's when I just relax, see what he do, and use the film that I watched and use that to beat him.
Right. What about these press conferences?
Yeah.
How are you in a press conference? Are you an instigator? You know,
Nah.
Because let's be honest, you got to market yourself.
Right.
I mean, is there some rules to that or what?
So in boxing, we don't really do media stuff. So this is like my first fight where I did a lot of media, and I was a little nervous, but I'm getting used to it. But I'm not somebody to talk a lot of trash. I'm somebody that just get the job done and have fun in the process.
Gotcha. Well, great. Well, you know what, Montavious, we definitely enjoyed watching your fight. I'm looking forward to your future fights and everything with that. Tell the viewers if there's anything you could tell some of the younger guys out there that want to get in a boxing and would love the box, what they should do. Give them some motivation, how they should get started.
Well, if you want to box, just don't just think about it. Think about the bad things that can happen. Just think about the good things and think about you learning a skill and a craft, and just go out there and do it. You know, if you fail, you can always get back up and try it again.
There you have it. Well, there you have it, folks. You just heard it from Montavious. Boom, boom, boom. The warrior. Okay? Ware, baby. He's, follow him. Go ahead and click on the links. We're going to post it up here. Follow him, subscribe, help him out there. And, as your boy Wham Bam always says, if your life was a movie, would it be worth watching? And if the answer is no, stop being ordinary and start being extraordinary. Till next Wednesday, baby. Stay positive and keep testing negative.